I will start with the conclusion. Conclusion of this whole video. Circumcision is sexual mutilation. Circumcision is sexual mutilation. Nobody needs a circumcision. Whatever the case is, whether whatever, I don't fucking care whatever that is, like you you have an infection on the tip, that bit of your penis, or you have too less skin, so when you get an erection, there's not enough skin, so you need to get the circumcision. No, whatever the case is, nobody at all, whatever the fucking case is, okay, nobody needs a circumcision. Ban circumcision. Circumcision must disappear from this society, okay? This is the conclusion. And if you want to know the details, please keep watching. This is a conclusion as well, but this one is in more detail. The previous one is conclusion 2, but that's a brief one, and this one is in detail. These are all in international age. So from here to here is a time graph of a normal person's life. Some 0 years old to 100 years old. Death of old age. And this is where you're born, 0. And over here is as soon as you're born. So about from 0 days years old to 20 days years old, under that time. And this is 30 days old. 30 days, not years, but days. And this is 7 years old here, 7 years old. These are split just to show that these are two separate things, but this should be in a line. And this is 17 to 18 years old. Okay, so here's how it goes. If you if you circumcise after you're 7 years old, it's sexual mutilation. So you must not circumcise after you're 7 years old, okay? This is fucking crucial. You gotta listen to me. After 7 years old, if you get a circumcision, you will live day by day thinking about suicide, okay? Do not circumcise after you're 7 years old, okay? And this is the zone where it's under 7 years old. You can get circumcised in this zone also. So when you're under 7 years old, it's kind of safe to get a circumcision done, but it is a little bit still dangerous. So what I advise people is to just never get a circumcision, whatever age is, okay? Whether you're under 7 or over 7, if possible, just never get a circumcision, okay? It's a little bit dangerous in this zone also. So in this 30 days, inside this 30 days zone, when you're born and you're not yet 30 days years old yet, it is perfectly safe to get a circumcision done, okay? Because as I remember, should this be a fact? Anyway, my little brother did it as soon as he was born, okay? As I remember, it's 15 days or something, okay? And he has no problems with his penis at all. He has no side effects at all. So I'm like almost 99% convinced that if you get your circumcision before 30 days before you're born, 30 days after you're born, it is perfectly safe to get your circumcision done. And my little brother got it as soon as he was born. So this bit of the timeline is where my little brother got it. So it is perfectly safe to get your circumcision done in this zone, okay? But I still advise everybody to just, like, whatever the case is, like whatever the age is, just don't circumcise, okay? It's really dangerous. And like I introduced before, 7 years old. In this zone, you should never get a circumcision done, okay? If you get a circumcision done in this zone, so after 7 years old, like whether you're 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90 years old, or like whatever your age is, after 7 years old, it is sexual mutilation. I will explain more detail like later, but for now just understand this graph. If you get your circumcision, okay, and don't circumcise after you're 7 years old, it's sexual mutilation, and it will have side effects, and those side effects will lead you to suicide, okay? And I got my papers from the hospital, like where I got my circumcision done, but I lost the papers, and I don't remember exactly what age I was when I got my circumcision done, but I am assuming it was about 17 to 18. But like what I'm sure is that it wasn't under 16 and it wasn't over 18. But whatever the case is, like, it doesn't have to be perfect, because we all know that that's in 7 years, like, that's like, it's older than 7 years old. So I yep, I'm assuming it was 17 to 18 years old when I got my circumcision done. So this zone is where I got my circumcision done, and as you see, it's inside the restricted zone, and that is why I am going through side effects, and those side effects are really killing me. Like, I'm thinking about suicide every fucking day. So um so like I said, the conclusion, okay, so this, like, is what needs to be on the internet. I will explain more later, but in conclusion, for this part, do not circumcise. How to spell it? Like whatever age you are, like, even though, like, you're a baby and you're not 30 days yet, or your baby isn't 30 days yet, like, whatever the fucking case is, whatever the like, I don't care how old you are, just don't circumcise. If you circumcise, it's genital mutilation, and it will lead you to suicidal thought. Not just suicidal thoughts, there are a lot of people that suicide because of circumcision, and I will explain more later. So I explained this to you so that you understand why, no, so that you understand about circumcision, and you also understand why some people say it's a problem and some people don't think it's a problem. Okay? So the conclusion, like I repeat, is do not circumcise. Circumcision is sexual mutilation. Nobody, whatever the fucking case is, nobody needs a circumcision. Circumcision must be banned from society. Okay? So this is the conclusion in detail, and I will get into more details on the other parts of the video. So I've been thinking how I should explain this to you guys. So what I came up with, like, I will give you new information, like new data. So these puzzles are datas. I will give you this data or this puzzle, this puzzle, this puzzle, this puzzle, and I've given you the datas. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be four puzzles or 5 puzzles or 6 puzzles, but anyway, I gave you the puzzles, but you won't understand like what it means, right? So at the end or in the middle somewhere, I will fit the puzzles into one piece for you, like like give you like a like a like how it fits, okay? My okay. Yeah. Hey guys, so I drew this map or whatever you call this to explain to you guys. So there are 3 penises here, and it's growing. So this is like when you're like really a baby, like 2 to 3 years old. This is like about, in my assumption, like 7 years old, and this is after 7 years old. So in this penis, you can see, and these are actual sizes. So like smaller, like like it's getting bigger and then biggest, and it's in age order. Okay, younger, older, oldest. So on this penis, you can see that the foreskin is attached to the glands. So this is a fact. When you're a baby or when you're really young, your foreskin has not detached from your glands. And then when you get older, to about 7 years old, your foreskin detaches naturally from your glands, but you don't have any like nerves yet, okay? So when you get older, like this is before 7 years old, this is after 7 years old. After 7 years old, like, because you've went through the development or the evolution process in this video, um your foreskin is detached as well, because you're detached here and it's growing. And what's different here is that your this skin bit that like comes all the way to the foreskin becomes 2 layers. So this is 1 layer. Oh, and I forgot to write it here. So sorry, I'm doing this now. Layers. This is 1 layer. This is 1 layer. This is 2 layer. So like when you're a baby, it's 1 layer. When you're before 7, it's still 1 layer. But when you're after 7 years old, it becomes 2 layers. And in my assumption, it's to help the piston movement. So like you need 2 layers of skin so that you can go like stroke back and forth, right? And when you're, and this is all my assumptions, okay? This is some parts scientific facts, but based on scientific facts, I am assuming, okay? I am assuming that when the foreskin becomes 2 layers, that's when your nerves, which those nerves are what helps you get rid of your sexual urges. That's when your nerves grow, okay? Okay, so let me explain what I wrote here for you. Like I said, layers. The foreskin and the what comes down from the foreskin is one layer here. It's still one layer here, but here it's two layers. So expected age around. This is my expectations and my assumptions. This is about 30 days after birth. This one is around before 7 years old, but I lowered the age much as possible so that everybody can be safe. Like for example, let's say I didn't lower the age enough, like I said at 7, and I said like not like 9, let's say, and somebody started this growing process or this evolution process like when they're like 8, and if the age is really but the age was 7, let's say, but the actual factual scientific age was 7, let's say, then he's circumcised when his nerves has already grown, right? Then that's going to get him into trouble like me. So I've lowered the age much as possible. So that lowered age is before 7 years old. So this applies the same with this. I've lowered the age much as possible, and that is around after 7 years old. And so this, like, so all the information about this is here, this is here, this is here, and this goes like across, this goes across, this goes across, this goes across, and you all know how to read these maps, right? Glands and foreskin. Okay, on this one, the glands and the foreskin is still attached. On this one, it's not attached, so it's detached in this growing process. And on this one, it's not attached as well. So it's detached from here already, right? And then the nerves, like here, like it hasn't developed for sure almost. But just to be safe, like just don't circumcise at all, okay? I'm just explaining these in detail so that you understand like really why you shouldn't circumcise, okay? This one, nerves haven't developed yet. This one has developed, okay? That is crucial, okay? And can you circumcise? Like when you're on this stage, so when you're about 30 days before birth, even though it says after birth, like if you circumcise like when you're on this stage, you can circumcise. I'm pretty sure. But even though I'm pretty sure, don't circumcise, okay? And on this one, you can circumcise as well. So you can circumcise if you're younger than 7 years old. But yes, it's still dangerous because I'm not 100% sure of like where, if it's 7 or 6 or 5 that your nerves grow. So just to be safe, just don't circumcise at all. Okay? So yeah, I'll get to that later. And this one, you cannot circumcise when you're on here. Okay? And this is what people don't know. Um, I've seen a lot of English YouTube videos, so I found out that the majority of American people is now informed that circumcision is dangerous, but what they aren't informed yet is why it's dangerous and why some people has problems to circumcision and why some people don't even realize a problem until somebody comes and tell. So this is why, okay? So those people that does not realize what the fuck the problem with circumcision is are the people who did it here, like before their nerves grew. So they had no nerves cut or anything like that. So there's no side effects or know the like 100% feeling of orgasm, so they don't know if it decreased after they got circumcised. They don't realize it. So those people that didn't or don't realize or have any side effects are people who circumcised before their nerves grew, in my opinion. And those people that are going through huge fucking side effects and are going suicidal are people like me who got their circumcision done after their nerves grew. So basically, so when I got circumcised, like my nerves were all fucking cut off, and that's what's fucking really important to when you're getting your sexual urges. It's really important when you're getting your sexual urges away, and I will get to that later. So when you're circumcised here, you're just cutting the skin, so like there's no problem there. And when you're circumcised here, there is one more process, which is getting the foreskin and the glands detached. The doctors will detach it like forcefully, like on purposely, and that will kind of hurt. But anyways, you're still not cutting any nerves. You're just cutting a bit of your skin, and so there's no problem here either. And yeah, I explained that there's a big problem here. So yeah, so this is what people don't understand. Okay, look, like I said, so so where's the pictures? Okay, so this penis is here. So before 7 years old, a little bit dangerous. Okay, but I see it a little bit. It's safe, but I see it's a little bit dangerous because I'm not like 100% sure if the age is 7 or 6 or 5 or 4 or 3. So I said I'm pretty sure that you won't get any nerves cut. No. That you won't have any side effects like me, like if you do it before 7. But anyway, still, to be safe, just don't circumcise at all. If you really need to get a circumcision, do it before 30 days, but I don't recommend that either. Like don't get one, like whether your baby is in 30 days years or not. Okay, anyway, B here is here, like here. Like you are not allowed to get your circumcision in this area, and like guess why? Because there are nerves. Okay, so and so all these ages I mentioned is an international age, and I wrote here, if you want to get circumcision due to religious reasons or something like that, it's younger the better, but before 7 years old. Some people will say to get your babies or to get your children's like 2 to 4 years old, get their circumcision done when they're a bit older, but leaving them to get a bit older gets them like closer to this do not circumcise zone. So like if it's younger, it's like they're getting farther from this dangerous limit zone, right? So it's people say old, like do it when they're a bit older, so that they've reached, so that the kid that's getting circumcised, excuse me, has reached an age where he can cope with pain, but that will get him closer to this dangerous limit zone. So it's younger the better, okay? But like I keep repeating and repeating, don't circumcise at all. Okay, just like I don't freaking care what the reason is, okay? Just don't circumcise. Even religious reasons. I'm Christian myself, but because I have so many fucking like suicidal side effects through this, even though I'm supposed to get my baby circumcised because I'm Christian, I'm not going to circumcise my baby. If I study more about the Bible and I find out that if you're a true Christian that you really have to circumcise your baby, I'm not going to get a baby. I'm not gonna even get married, okay? Because I'm freaking scared that that kid is going to live a life just like me, okay? That the kids that I'm scared my kids are going to have side effects, okay? So yeah, this is this. Let's get on to the next video. So uh there are three types of men's penis in my opinion. So this is penis, and it divides into two penises. Those ones that are intact, which are not circumcised, and the ones that have been circumcised. And the ones that have been circumcised splits into two again. So it splits into the ones that were circumcised before first erection or first masturbation, or circumcised after first erection or first masturbation. So this is before and this is after. Like, you know, I kept on saying like A and B. So on our previous videos, A, like this bit A, belongs here, and B, this bit, belongs here. So what I mean here by like after first erection or first masturbation is that I am assuming if you had the ability to get an erection, it will probably mean that your ability to masturbate has okay, you are able, okay, you have the ability to masturbate, right? And if you have the ability to masturbate, you will probably have sexual nerves, right? So B is here where the sexual nerves are, and if it's before you had your first erection or your first masturbation, you are likely to not have nerves yet, right? So this is, so like it says here, like around before 7 years old. So around before 7 years old will be here, and around after 7 years old excuse me, will probably be here. I'm sorry about the sneezing, but I really gotta get this done without good quality. Like I have bad body condition. Like I can't, like, you know, like do this again because of my sneezing. I'm really sorry. So the not circumcised penis is here, and the circumcised before penis is here in this line. The penis that's after circumcised after is here. And how I understand all these three types of penises is because my little brother was circumcised as a very little baby. So like I said on our my previous map I drew you, my little brother was circumcised here. So it's clearly before 7 years old, right? So I'm sorry, really. This is here, okay? And so I understand these people. I am in my late 20s, so I've lived with my little brother, like, always next to me for, like, almost 30 years, so I've been watching him. So I understand this penis, okay? And then how I understand this penis is because this is me. I was circumcised after my first erection and after I masturbated. So I know the feeling of masturbation when not circumcised. Like, I remember it very fucking vividly and very clearly. So I belong here. So I still remember. I don't just still remember. I remember very clearly, like quite clearly, how this felt. Okay. So I understand this line, like this penis too. And because I was circumcised after my first erection or first masturbation, I am here, and my situation is here at right now. So I understand this line very well as well. So, so understanding these three types of penises, this is what I realized. Okay, so because the writing's really small, let me read it for you. Sexual desire and one masturbation per day is standard, okay? Like, not everybody masturbates once every day, but we need a standard, right? So I made one masturbation per one day a standard. Masturbate and how many times, right? The energy loss, 100% loss per one time. So per one time, the standard is that 100% of energy is lost, okay? Relieved sexual desire, or also known as orgasm. Leftover sexual desire. Side effects. So, in all these, 100% is standard, okay? Is standard. Because we need a standard, right? To keep this easy so that you can understand, right? I'm really sorry about my sneezing, excuse me. So because he is not circumcised and he's normal, which we all should be, he has 100% like standard normal sexual desire. So he masturbates once every day. So his sexual desire rises up to 100 like he should be, like a normal man should. So he masturbates one time. So he loses like standard energy that masturbation once is consumed by a man normally. So that's 100%. So his sexual desire is relieved 100%. So the leftover sexual desire is 0 because he had 100% of sexual desire, but 100% of sexual desire is relieved. 100% minus 100% is 0. This is not a circle, it's a 0. So there are no side effects, right? And getting on to this one first. This is me right now. So, look, the sexual desire comes from the brain, and the part that relieves the sexual desire comes from the penis, okay? My brain is intact, but my penis is not intact, right? So, my penis only has 10% of the sexual nerves left. So the sexual nerves are what helps you relieve your sexual desire, right? And because of the and because where like almost 100% of all your sexual nerves are in is the foreskin, and my foreskin is 90% cut off, I only have 10% left. So keep that to yourself as I'm explaining this, okay? So my brain is intact, so I have 100% of sexual desire like a normal person, just like this guy. So I masturbate one time, so I use 100% like normal people of my energy. But my sexual desire is only relieved only 10% when it should be 100, because like I said, Like that's like because my foreskin is cut off, and that's what actually relieves the sexual desire. So it should be 0, because this should be 100, like this one. But these are two different penises, right? Because this one's intact and this one isn't. 90% is 90% of my sexual desire is still left, because 100 minus 10 is 90, just like 100 minus 100 was 0. So there is a side effect, right? Like this should have been gone with one time, but because it's not gone, and I really do feel like more sexual desire after I masturbate once, because my body, like, because of I don't know what exactly, but some kind of chemical reaction, the chemical mechanism is broken in my body. My body, or the penis, keeps telling me, like, harder for you to masturbate one more time to get rid of the rest, okay? So I would masturbate one more time, so that's my second time, and I would use 100% of energy again, so that's 200% of energy used, and it should be 200%, but because I only have 10% of my ability to get sexual desire left, I can only relieve 10% again, so it's 20% relieved. So there's 80% still left, because 100 minus 20 is 80. So it doesn't stop until it's 0, okay? Really, it doesn't. Okay, look. If you're not, if you don't have side effects like me, you will not understand me. You will probably say that, oh, hey, like, all men wants to masturbate twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but they stop themselves with patience. You're the one that with no patience. No, if you were in my, if you had side effects like me, I'm sure everyone would go through this side effect and masturbate 1, 2, 3, and then like 10 times, because like my penis is the foreskin is 90% gone until it's 0, okay? So 100 minus 100 is 0, right? So there is side effect, right? So normal people with an intact penis, or this penis, will use 100% of energy per day, whereas I'm using 1000% per day. So I have no fucking energy left in my body at all. Like, I am very tired. I'm always cold. Like I'm having skin issues, like I'm having brain issues, like memory loss, like I am going through like shitload of side effects, okay? Like to to make it easier to understand, I made it 1 out of 10 and 1000%, but in real it's about 1/7, okay? So this would be 700% in real, okay? So there is side effect, and my battery went out. So where was I? I was here, right? So circumcised before first erection or first masturbation. You'll be wondering why this is a 10, not 100. I don't know why. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. But when I look at my brother, seriously, I'm 20s, late, like between 27 and 30. Excuse me. And I've seen my brother all my life, right? But I've only seen him masturbate 3 times, and like when there's like 2 brothers in the house, like we don't hide masturbation from each other. We would kind of actually um help each other hide, like for example, my little brother would be playing on the computer, and I would say, I really need to masturbate once before my parents come back into the house, so please move. Then he would help me. And so when you think about why my little brother has like almost like at least 1/10 of like sexual desires, like almost no sexual desire at all, I am assuming, look, this is me, right? I was cut here. So if you're cut after the nerves has developed, that's a fucking big problem, cuz it's an unnatural thing, like right? But my little brother was cut here, like when before the nerves were grown, right? So because he was cut, the foreskin was cut before the nerves grew. So when he was here, like he wouldn't have the foreskin, right? So the nerves that were supposed to grow like longer only grew 1/10. And masturbation is like addiction, right? When a man goes through puberty and growth as a man, like I don't know what the exact word is. Anyway, like when this evolution happens, they automatically naturally get addicted to masturbation. It's like drugs. Like if you've done no drug at all, like there's no problem there, right? But if you did drug once, like the addiction is going to drive you to keep having drugs for the rest of your life, and that's going to ruin your life, right? But because my little brother's sexual nerves were only growing to 1/10 of what it was supposed to grow, because his foreskin was cut before it grew. When he did his first masturbation, he only got 1/10 of the orgasm this person would have felt. So this person had 100% 100% addiction to the brain, whereas this person only got 1/10 of it and got 10% addiction to the brain. So if you do like big dose of drug, like 10 times the dose of drug, you keep have to do that much dose of drugs, right? So 100%, right? But because he did 10%, like, and he's never done any higher, or he couldn't do any higher all his life, he has 1/10 of the sexual desire these people have. You get it? So that's my assumption, okay? So he has 10 sexual desire, not 100. So he masturbates once when he gets this. So he uses 100% of his energy, like we all do. And then and because his foreskin is also cut, he doesn't get 100% of sexual desire relieved, but only 10%, because it's cut. It's not the nerves that orgasm or help, the nerves that orgasm that helps the person get their sexual desires relieved is gone. But this guy has a problem, but this guy don't, because this guy, me, needs 100 and he's only getting 10, so there's 90 left. So there's a problem here, but there's no problem here because he only needed 10, and he only got 10, and 10 minus 10 is 0. So there's no side effect at all. Like when I tell my brother that I really have a problem, like due to this, like I would explain to him like this process, like why I have this problem, and he wouldn't understand like at all, like what the fuck my problem is. So by seeing this, that we know that he has no sexual that he has no side effects, and that he he doesn't masturbate, like almost not at all. So by seeing this, this is where this comes from, right? So this is me before my circumcision. This is me after my circumcision. This is my little brother, and this is how I understand, because I've been him, and I've always had him next to me. So like I said, yeah, this AB belongs to this AB. These AB belong to this AB. And yeah, I'll get to the next one. So here I have a picture of the human eye and human penis. So here, this line is intact, like it's not circumcised and like it's not damaged, okay? This line is damaged. It's circumcised, and the eyelids are cut off here. And I'm gonna use the human eye and the penis to give you an example why circumcision is fucking wrong. Look. Let's think about the eye. Like if you have an eye, look, the thing that's similar between these two is that they're sensitive parts. Look, for example, the human eye. If you touch the human eye, like it's gonna blink and it's gonna hurt, right? Because it's really sensitive, right? But did you know that if your penis is intact, like I used to not I used to be not circumcised, so I know how this feels. Like, if you touch here, like, it would be like at least 3 times more sensitive than the eye. Like my body would like shrink because it's too sensitive. Like I'd go, oh my, like don't touch here, you know. That's how sensitive it is. So, if you have something sensitive like the eyeball, you don't cut your eyelid, okay? If you think that we should cut our eyelid, that is like really wrong thinking. There's something wrong there, right? It's the same thing with the penis. You don't cut your foreskin, okay? It's supposed to be moist, but if it's dry, the eye is going to have a problem, right? Like, okay, like let's imagine your eyelids are cut off, okay? Your eyes are, because the part that makes and generates the tears, and the tears are what keeps the eyeball moist, right? It's gonna get dry and it's not going to function, right? Like, you won't be able to see if your eyelids are gone, right? It's the same thing with the penis. If you cut your foreskin, an organism, like a body part that is supposed to be moist and very sensitive, is going to lose its sensitivity and it's going to get dried. So, like this eye can't see, this penis isn't going to be able to feel orgasm as well. And orgasm is what helps you get rid of sexual desire. So there's a big problem in this thing, okay? So, like the eye will not be able to function, the penis will not be able to function. Unable to see, unable to relieve sexual desire. It's not moist, but cornification, okay? Like, I typed this in the internet, so like this means dry, right? Like it's gonna get dry. Same thing with the penis, right? So like when you think about why, okay, and I don't need scientific evidence to prove any of these. Look, let's say there's a person, and okay, let's say this is my eye, okay, and my eyelids are gone because they cut it, okay, and then my eyes, like visually you can see that it's dry and it's lost its sensitivity. I don't need statistics or scientific evidence like like picture through the scope that proving that my nerves are gone, because there is a person that has lost what's supposed to be there and he can't see. Like the same thing with the penis. Like, I don't need scientific evidence to prove that that I can't get rid of my sexual desire and it's causing problems, because it's, you can visual like when you see my penis, it's really dry and it's got like really weird wrinkles like all over the glans. This is called the glans, right? um Look, I don't need scientific evidence to prove that I can't get rid of my sexual desire. Like, you can visually see it, okay? I don't need scientific evidence for this. Like, if there's a person that says that has no eyelids and he says he can't see, you would just trust him without any evidence, right? Same thing with me. Like, if you see a person without a foreskin and he can't see, you have to trust me, right? So this circumcision thing is like so wrong and it should be gone, okay? Look, and this is something else. And you know, when men and women like each other and they decide to have bedtime, or when women and men like each other and they decide to have bedtime, or let's just use a comfortable, easy word, sex, woman has a wrong logic. Woman these days has wrong logic. They think, like, or it could be men, or like women, or like, or men, whoever that is. Like, woman has to suck the man's penis so that he will get an erection, right? So they think woman has to suck a man's penis, and if the man's penis is not circumcised, it's gonna be disgusting. So men should be circumcised. This is wrong logic. What's right is woman isn't supposed to suck a man's penis. Therefore, men doesn't need to be circumcised because it's not supposed to be sucked. Therefore, there should be no circumcision at all. Like, so, like, do you get what I mean? Like, women these days tend to think that because women are kind of obliged to suck his boyfriend's penis, that men should be circumcised. That is wrong, okay? That is wrong kind of thinking. Like, oral sex is what the culture, like, what the society made. Sex is supposed to be done with just penis and vagina and like nothing else, right? So what I want to say here is that women, like all men, should stop this kind of thinking that men should be circumcised so that it helps women to suck their penis, okay? Okay, let's get on to the next one. And something else about this too that I forgot to mention. Like, in the penis, I don't know what the word is, but there's this like when you slide the foreskin down so that you can see the glands, there's like these white things, and people think this is disgusting, so that's why they get circumcised. That is wrong. I've heard, you know, like those things that form like these like yellow, dry or wet things that form inside our ear. Like, we think this is disgusting, but these are actually what keeps bad bacteria clean from our ears. So these things that is inside our ear, these yellow, dry or wet things, depending on like what race you're from, are actually good things that our body is producing. Or like when we look at bogies, we think it's disgusting, and it is actually kind of disgusting, but the bogies are actually what's keeping our nose clean from when we breathe, like dust and dirty things will try to get into our body through our nose, right? But these bogies, excuse me, are actually what is keeping those dust and dirty things entering our body. So these are actually good things. Same thing with the penis, okay? These white stuff on an intact man's glands are actually what keeps this glands bit safe from bacteria. So they're good things, okay? For example, like we don't cut our nose because we think the bogies are disgusting. We don't cut our ears or the ear hole. Like we don't dig our ear hole out because we think it's disgusting. It's the same thing with the penis. We're not supposed to cut the penis because we think these things are disgusting, okay? These are good things. We are not supposed to cut our penises, okay? Okay, so I drew this, and this is my penis before I got my circumcision and after I circumcision. So this is me right now, right? And I have premature ejaculation, also known as rapid ejaculation. I know it's embarrassing, but the internet really needs to know this, right? It only takes 3 seconds for me to ejaculate on my first ejaculation. And then on my second one, it only takes about 30 seconds. So after my first one, if I just keep stroking back and forth, like in 33 seconds, I would get about 2 masturbations, okay? Like 2 orgasms. But the orgasm will be only 1/7 of what intact penis people gets, okay? And on my third one, like it's only 10 minutes at maximum, okay? So if you circumcise, you will get premature ejaculation, and it's really a bad thing because like as I know, like through this research, it takes like for a woman to start feeling orgasm, you need to be able to like what's the word, like put your penis inside her, like back and forth for at least like 5 to 10 minutes or something, or 15 minutes or something like that. But I am nowhere near that, right? So as a man, like I am done. Like as a man, like like I can't do my man thing, okay? So before I was circumcised, it was at least 5 minutes for sure, okay? And at this time, because my the mechanism that says stop masturbating, like after once, wasn't broken at this time, I never masturbated my second or third time, so I'm not sure. And on this penis, like before my circumcision, like when I ejaculate, it would go like about almost 1 meter, like about. So the distance, right? It used to go really far. Like I remember like putting a tissue here, like when I masturbate, so that it doesn't go too far. But after my circumcision, it doesn't go at all. It's 0 to 3 centimeters. Like it would just like dribble out of my glands. So this is my assumption, but this one I'm pretty sure. And this is how it goes, okay? Like okay, this is not the real sorry about my stuttering, anatomy of the penis. There's something else there that pushes it. Like I'm not sure what pushes it, okay? But something's pushing it. Just let's say it's this for now. So where it pushes is the balls, right? Like I know balls isn't a sensible word, but my English is really bad, and this is the only way I can describe it, right? So please do understand, excuse me. So the balls would push it at 100% force because there's nothing intact. It's intact, right? And there's nothing wrong. And like when I stroke it back and forth, the nerves would feel that it's being stroked back and forth and give a signal to an area like here, like somewhere here, to squeeze really hard so that I can't ejaculate. And that would be done by 100% force, because there's nothing wrong with the penis, and 100% of my nerves are there. So it would go up like 60% force, 70% force, 80, 90, and then like 290, it's still gonna hold. And then 200, it's still gonna hold, but at 100, and when this becomes 101, and because this is 100 and now it's weaker, it's gonna go like, it's gonna let it ejaculate. And because it's pushing so hard and it's trying to hold on so hard, the distance is gonna go far. You get it? But on this one, like, there's nothing cut in my balls, so it's intact, so it still has 100% force. But because this bit, the foreskin, is cut and it's not intact, 90% of the nerves are what gives the signal to this bit to squeeze really hard, right, is gone. Now it only receives signal at 10%. So like when I start stroking back and forth, it's gonna go like 20% and then 30% and keep going higher, right? But like on an intact penis, it's supposed to hold on till it's till this goes up to 100, right? But because it's only 10% here, as soon as it only reaches like 11%, it just like dribbles out right away. So there's no time, and there's any distance, because there's no strength or the time for the strength of the ejaculation to develop. So that's why you get premature ejaculation if you get circumcised. Really, it only takes me 3 seconds. Okay, look, like I said, before my circumcision, it was like at least minimum 5 minutes. Okay, like, so I had the ability to hold on if I felt that I should, and like ejaculate if I wanted. And like, it's not my choice, but if I want to ejaculate, if I don't hold on, it's gonna ejaculate, right? So the control of my ejaculation is gone because of circumcision. Okay, so the first side effect is the one I told you about, because my nerves are gone and I can't get rid of my sexual desires and urges. Like, I keep masturbating because it's supposed to, like, before I got my circumcision, it was one masturbation once a day and done. Like there was no twice at all. But after the circumcision, like, that mechanism was gone, and I would like masturbate 2, 3, 4, 5 times like every fucking day. So there's something clearly wrong with circumcision, and you need to be informed. So I drew this. Let me start explaining it to you. So this is like a borderline, okay? This has nothing to do with this. This has nothing to do with this, okay? So like this and this is like a separate thing, okay? They're not related, okay? This is not this. This is not this. Like, it's not, related. This is this. This is this, okay? You get what I mean, right? Because I don't. Yeah. So, in this picture, what I want to say is that because they're circumcised, they're not all the same, okay? This is me. Like, when I get a full erection, it's perfectly cut so that there are no foreskin left, nor any foreskin less. Okay, so it's like perfectly cut, like perfectly calculated. So this is my penis, and I have no leftover foreskin, and I have big problems, right? Because if I have no leftover foreskin, it means it's cut as most as it can be cut, right? Because if you cut more than that, then my penis wouldn't be able to stand, right? And that would be called a medical mistake. Like, you get it, right? So my dad, okay, look, before I say this, I want to say that I love my dad, okay? I like sincerely love my dad. Like, one of the reasons I'm not suiciding is for my family, okay? I like really love my dad, but he's an old man, okay? Um, he's an old man. He's an outdated man. You know, this sounds rude, but he's my dad, so don't worry. Like, when he has a thought, and like, you gotta be able to think outside the box and like be flexible, like when you think, right? When there's a thought in him, and I try to tell him that that's wrong and this is right, because he's an outdated old man, like, he can't change that into something new, okay? So what I want to say here is that when my dad, like, when my dad got his circumcision, like in those ages, like in 19 like 19 like 80s or 90s, it's 2020 today, right? Like, he says in my he says that, like, in the 80s, like 1980s and 1990s, like in his generation, like, circumcision is something what everybody got. So he's saying that circumcision did not affect me in any way, excuse me. So I try to tell him that you have a problem, like, really. I mean, look, to think about it. His nerves were cut, okay? Like, okay, let's take that example and compare it with the tongue. Like, we have nerves in our tongue, right? And let's say you cut like half the nerves of like his tongue, and him saying that I have nothing wrong with my tongue is actually kind of stupid. That's a fucking, oops, I did not say fucking to dad, okay? That's kind of an old way of thinking. That's like a, like, not flexible thinking, right? He doesn't, because he's an old man and his like thinking is like already like prejudice, like it's stuck in his mindset, and he can't change it to something new. So we shouldn't listen to my dad, okay? My dad did it when he was over 20. He did it like when he was 21 years old or something, around 21 years old, okay? And he doesn't understand what the fucking problem is, but but if he had it severe, like 1/7, like me, he would have. But because it's somewhere around to like 1/3 or one half, or like somewhere around it, like this is like completely my assumption, so I'm not sure if these numbers are right, but he doesn't get what his problem is. So what I want to say here is that my dad did say that he has no problem, even though he got it when he was 21, which is in the dangerous zone, according to the map I made. I'm saying he's wrong because he's an outdated man, okay? He's wrong. Once again, I really love my dad, okay? I respect him, but he's wrong. He's an old man. So I've been thinking, like, why does he not realize, like, that he really has a severe problem? One will be there, it's not as severe as mine, right? So I just had that thought in my mind, and this time I looked at his penis. Like, when he was getting dressed, I accidentally went into the room, and I found out that he has a lot more skin, like a lot more foreskin left than me. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's why. So even though it's circumcised, like, they're not all the same. Some people can get it like all cut. Some people are lucky they have some left, okay? So yeah, that's what I want to say. Like, even though, like, there's like 3 men and they're all circumcised in a different in a and they're circumcised in a danger zone, they might not realize. If they're as severe as me, they will definitely realize. But if they're not as severe as me, then they might live the rest of their life not realizing how bad it is. I mean, because, okay? So if you were circumcised in a danger zone and you don't realize what your problem is, and you masturbate masturbate more than once a day, then there's something wrong with you, okay? Probably, in my assumption, okay? Your nerves are cut too, you just don't realize, okay? So that's my penis. So in here I want to say what I just addressed, that they can be circumcised, but depending on how much their foreskin is cut, they're not all the same. And if it's not as severe, you might have a problem but not realize for the rest of your life. So that's why I'm making this video, to tell you, right? And I saw my cousin, and there's this different kind of circumcision. Like, the one me and my dad got is just like, just cut the nerves, okay? Just cut the where the blood vessels are, like where the blood vessels and nerves are. But my cousin did this kind of circumcision where you just peel off this, like, the skin, just the skin bit, and preserve where the nerves and the blood vessels are, and roll it like fold it downwards, and then get the skin to cover it up. So if he did this rolling inside circumcision, like, I try to find what it's called in English, but I couldn't find it. But if you do this kind of circumcision, no nerves are cut at all, okay? So, like, if he masturbates, like if he masturbates in a different way, he's going to have much less problems than me or my dad, right? So you shouldn't do this kind of circumcision either, because the sensitivity of the glands is a very crucial part to when masturbating or having sex. Like, let's just say masturbating. When you're masturbating, and he did lose his sensitivity too. So it will be, so this is worse, this is bad, this is bad, no, this is bad, this is better, this is baddest, okay? This is worse, bad, better, worst, okay? So in conclusion, don't do this kind of circumcision, don't do it, okay? Don't do this kind of circumcision, don't do this kind of circumcision. Just this circumcision thing, like, I really want it to go away, okay? Don't do it, guys, okay? Okay, like I said, this picture and these pictures have nothing to do with each other, okay? So in this one, this is like how my penis really looks like. But I think I kind of exaggerated it a little, but yeah, anyway, it's like something like this, okay? And this is my dad's penis. And this is my little brother's penis. And so my little brother did it as a baby. And my dad did it like in the danger zone. But he has foreskin left. Lucky. And I did it in the danger zone too. But I have no foreskin left at all. Like, it's like completely cut. Foreskin. So what I want to share with you guys is that I looked at my little brother's penis, and he has like just a tiny bit of lines, okay? He still has lines, okay? But a tiny bit. And then I looked at dad, and he had more than my little brother, but less than me, of lines and like these wrinkly things. And by looking at the wrinkly things, you can see how much of the sensitivity of the glands reducing has processed, right? So because he still has some nerves left, it's less wrinklier than mine. So by looking at the wrinkles on the glands, you can see how much sensitivity. By looking at the glands, you can realize or see how much sensitivity of the glands he lost. For example, when you look at mine, like, okay, I repeat, I did kind of exaggerate this. It's not as bad as this, but it's like definitely much better than my dad's. And like when you look at it, like I gave a comparison between the eye and the penis, right? And I said that if the eyelids of an eye is cut off, and you look at a person's eye, like you would definitely see that the eye is dry and it's lost its sensitivity and it's like cracking, right? Because there's no moisture, right? Like so, when you look at my penis, you can visually see right away that it has problems. Like these like so much wrinkles, like not really so much, but like enough wrinkles to see that there's something wrong with it. And yeah, so I realized that by seeing the wrinkles on the glands, you can see how much side effects he's having, and particularly on the sensitivity of the glands part, because my little brother has no side effects, right? So he has like tiny bit of wrinkles, and this much is like rather like not there, like considered not there, right? I mean it is there when you look at it, but when you think about like in a physical way, like that there was something that was moist and now it's dry. It's impossible to have no wrinkles at all. Like something moist went dry. Like it's impossible to not have wrinkles like at all, right? So he has that like minimum wrinkle, like due to like materialistically, like would have, like you get what I mean. My English is bad, sorry. And when I looked at dad, because he does have some nerves left, like it's not as bad as mine, but he did have more wrinkles, like like a bit more, not much, but a bit more than my little brother. So we can see that he has a problem, but because he's an old man and he can't think outside the box, he doesn't realize, okay? I try to tell him, but he won't listen. Really, he's a really old, updated man. Like, you know how old people like think that like what he did is right, and like nowadays, like for example, like you should all be like you shouldn't dye your hair in colors like because it looks rude, and you shouldn't wear skinny but like loose pants because skinny pants look rude, like like and like you shouldn't do ear piercings because guys with piercings look gay, or like men shouldn't have long hair because they look girly, you know, that kind of stuff. Like my dad is a very conservative man, and um I'm not really swearing about my dad. Like I know that if I tell you bad things about dad, it means that I'm like kind of lowering myself, so it's bad for me too. But you know, you need to know the truth, right? So my dad, really, don't trust him. Okay, he's not the kind of guy you can rely on. Trust me. And like third time I'm repeating, I love my dad. I respect him so much, and I thank him so much for like providing for me, everything. Um, so yeah, and also when I first got my circumcision, it wasn't dry, right? Like when I just got my circumcision, it won't dry right away, right? So there was a time that my penis was like this, and it wasn't 1/7 when it was like this. It was about 1/3 maybe, and it kind of kept going down as time went, and like 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6. Now I'm on 1/7. Anyway, there was a time that it was like this, okay, and then it kind of progressed into like this, and then more wrinkles, more wrinkles, more wrinkles, and now I'm here and I'm on 1/7. Okay, so by this you can see that if you have less wrinkles, that you have less side effects. Okay, you need to know this, so that's what I'm saying. And also, by looking at how much foreskin he's got left, you can like see um how much nerves of that man's penis is cut. So yeah, so you need to know this too, right? So that's what I want to say. And if you got a different kind of circumcision, like my cousin, like you roll the nerves in, like fold it inwards, and then like um um get the skin, like just like the outer skin bit, like cover it up and stitch it here. My cousin got this, and if you got this kind of circumcision, you have like 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 almost intact nerves. You just lost your sensitivity. But like I said, don't do this either. This sensitivity of the glands, like sensitivity of here, is really fucking crucial too. Like when you masturbate, the foreskin is supposed like this bit's supposed to be dry, and the foreskin is supposed to have like a, sorry about my stuttering, the gliding movement, okay? And what you can realize about me is that I stutter, and on the video, that guy that was circumcised at 18 or something, he stutters too, right? So by seeing that we both stutter, you can realize that we both have something wrong with their brain. Like, for example, if there's a person with a disability and he can't control his hands and it's always shaking, there will be some problems with the nerves in the hand, but mainly it's not the hand's problem. It's the CPU's problem. The CPU, the control center, is is not giving like proper information for the hand to do this or this or that or whatever. So the CPU is the brain, right? So the same thing with people who stutter. It's not a problem in their tongue or the mouth or the mouthful overall like anatomy. What the problem is the brain that is not giving the signals fast enough for him to speak properly, right? So yeah, this is another clue. He stutters, he has problems, he has side effects, he stutters, I have problems, I have side effects, I stutter. Okay, so this is this. Let's continue with the next one. So this one, I'm telling you about this to help you realize the importance, like the importance of not getting circumcised, like how bad the side effects are, and to inform you how dangerous it is, okay? There are 3 essential needs for human survival, and it's hunger, sleep, and sex, okay? And if you're not, like, I've never been a woman before, so like I can't say, I don't know how a woman will think about sex being here, but as a man, I am sure that sex is here, okay? Sex really is not optional, it's essential, okay? So without eating, you can't survive. Without sleeping, you won't survive. It's gonna sound funny to women, but for men cannot survive without sex, okay? Like, if men doesn't have sex and he just keeps it, like, keep holding on to it, like his sex drive is gonna, like, or maybe he, you know, like, I don't know what the word is, but you know, you ejaculate while you're sleeping, like, what do you call that? Like, he might do that and it might disappear, but I'm not sure anyway, okay? Because anyway, so sex is as equal to hunger or sleep, okay? So let's compare this to hunger, okay? Let's compare sex and hunger. So we eat 3 meals a day, right? And imagine like, you know, I said I lost like 1/6 of my nerves, and I can only feel like 1/7. So I have to masturbate 7 times to get 100 like normal people, whereas normal people just do it once, right? And that would make me consume 7% of energy, right? When normal people only consume 100%, right? Let's say we eat 3 meals a day, and because he lost like the feeling of fulfillment, like in his intestines. Oh, my English is bad, right? He has to eat 7 times more than normal people. Like I have to masturbate 7 times more than normal people, and he has to eat 21 meals a day. Look, he will not survive. He will fucking die, okay? Same for me. And like he won't it's going to be impossible for him to have a normal life. It's the same for me. Really, my normal life is already gone. And like, let's you know, like, as much as hunger, like this thirst, right? We have to drink water, right? Thirst. Okay. So like, imagine thirst, like you have to, like, you keep drinking water. You keep drinking water, like 7 cups, like 10 cups, and you still feel thirsty. and you live with that like all your life. Like you ejaculate, and your sex drive is still like freaking killing you, like, and you have to live with that. Like the amount of stress that you're going to get is like very high. And if one of these, like, if you can't fulfill one of these, there's only death for you. And that's why I keep talking about suicide. And I haven't talked about suicide, didn't I? Like, but really, every day I'm thinking about suicide, okay? And there's a few reasons to why I'm holding on. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So I called Suicide Help Center. No. I visited the Suicide Help Center 4 times. It's free. It's run by the government. And I wanted to keep going there, but they have like limits. And I used all my limits. I can't go there anymore. So I called the number like 129 or 1393 in Korea, in South Korea. And you know, I shouldn't exaggerate, right? So I put it 100, like over 100, excuse me, over 300 calls. But like it could be like 400 or 500. Like I am living off of this. Like every time I like freaking like that suicidal, that urge comes to me, like I will call the number and like, oh shit, like I'm going through I'm going through like suicidal thoughts, like really I really want to suicide, fucking help me, and if you call there, they can't help you with any fucking thing, okay? But I don't know, like they just kind of repeat the same things they say, like, oh, I can relate to you, like, oh, like I know it's very harsh, and like, but there are beautiful sides in life, like imagine if you die, like imagine how your parents would feel, like imagine your parents seeing your dead body, like that, it's not going to be nice, like they just keep repeating the same thing, and I'm just there just listening and like, oh yeah, I gotta live, I gotta fucking live, oh I gotta live, like, you know, and I'm like holding on the line, really. So my memory and brain speed, like my memory is like 1/3 or one, like half, it's gone. Like for example, when I was in college, I studied fucking like very very hard, like apart from like 6 to 7 hours that I sleep, I'd always be studying. Like I'd be studying in the subway, in the library, at school, in the weekends, like every fucking day. Like I tried very hard to overcome this, but I can't, because my memory, like, imagine, like, it's a marathon, okay? There's a person running with 2 legs, and there's me hopping with 1 leg. And I'm trying my best to hop fastest, and he's just running, like, who would win, right? You can't hop and expect to win a marathon, okay? I tried very hard for about 7 years, and it didn't work out. I wasn't actually, I lied. No, actually, it's not a lie, actually. Like it's some part, like I was going to mention Christianity a little bit, so that, because like if you like leave comments like, why are you doing this, like I have to have an answer, and if and you don't want to make something up, right? Like I'm doing this because I'm Christian, and I really like, if I say this, all the things I said before is going to like start feel like, hey, is this guy kind of crazy? Is this kind of guy kind of weird? Like, you know, and the reliability of my information is gonna go down. uh I'm not sure, but anyway, I'm I in this process I met God. Okay, like I didn't like have a vision or like physically meet him or like went to heaven or anything, but I kind of met God. Okay, so, and my brain speed, yeah, same, it's similar to memory, isn't it? Like my brain speed, this is test, and what you have to do is like really, it's like lots of easy questions and you have to get the most right in the short amount of time. And um there were 25 um people in my class when I was in college, and and 5 people didn't study. So the real competition was between 20 people, and 19 of them passed this test. So unless there's a problem with your brain and you're fucking dumb, like nobody will fail this test. And that was me. My brain speed is like gone because too much. Like if you look, if you masturbate first, it comes like the water and protein, which the sperm is comprised of, comes from your body, right? Like first it will come from your muscles, and then if you keep masturbating too much, it's gonna come through your organs or your bone, and then later it comes out of your brain, really. Because I feel it. I feel that my brain has shrunk. My brain has kind of rotted. Like shrunk is the right word, I think, due to too much masturbation. And you know, like I said, it's not my fault. It's the circumcision fault. Like if because before I was circumcised, it was one per day, no more. Like never, not even once, because there was a mechanism that would say stop. Like after once, like after once, you would not feel like I don't want to masturbate. You would feel like don't fucking masturbate. You like I really don't want to masturbate. Like I don't know, like how the body chemicals work that way to give me that feeling, but it surely did. I can remember it like really clearly. Anyway, yeah. My overall body condition is like fucking bad. Like for example, my skin, I wore this to hide who I am, but my hands and my legs and like when it's really bad, like these red like things come out, and like and it's supposed to get cured, right? But because I have no protein left in my body or like energy in my body, my skin can't. My skin doesn't have the strength to renew my skin, so my skin is kind of like rotting, kind of. I will show you pictures of my skin condition. But if you think my skin condition is just a genetic thing or my um living condition thing, no, it's not. I'm sure it's not. The body has mechanisms to fight bacteria when bacteria um invades our skin system, okay? Like these like chemicals like this, like for example, a bacteria came onto my skin. Like these certain like chemicals in our body will be released to cover up that bacteria and to dissolve it, and then get it out through sweat or uh I don't have the sensible word, or like piss or poo, like get it out, but that system is not working in my body. So the overall like body condition, like my height, my weight, my thickness of my bones, like everything, because I can tell, because my little brother is like about 101 to 183 centimeters, somewhere around there, and I am 173 centimeters. And when I look at my cousins or people around me, if their brother's tall, their little brother is tall too. If their sister is short, their little sister is short too, and they all have similar height. But we have like almost a 10 centimeter difference. Well, it is true that because my little brother has less sexual urges because he was circumcised as a baby, then he will have more energy, which might lead to taller height. So, but even considering that, like he'll be at least like this, right? There's still like a big gap, like too much of a gap for it. Yeah, through this you can realize that I have like really bad issues, and my life cycle due to the side effect. So like if it's one arrow, it's less. If it's two arrow, it's more. Okay. So my sexual desire goes high, and here like I can kind of manage and do something. So like this video was made in this area, and then it will go up higher, and then I won't be able, like in this bit I will go through stress, like a huge amount of stress. For example, if I stay home and like mom goes out, and like there's a computer in front of me, like my sexual desire is gonna click on, and I would want to masturbate while mom's gone, and I don't want to do that. So I pack my bag and go out to a cafe and like kind of drink coffee, and just not coffee, like I don't drink caffeine, like drink something like an aid, and I just sit there and like for like 4 to like 5 6 hours, uh, like 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 people wouldn't see me that I'm in stress, but I'd be fighting inside me, like because the sexual urge, this like thing in a man's body, like this addiction thing, like it's like telling me to like masturbate, and I'm outside there in the crowd, like sitting there like, oh, like, and like people will think I'm kind of weird because I'm just sitting there and I'm like not even reading, not looking at my phone, doing nothing, just sitting there, right? I would go through huge amount of stress, and then um I used to masturbate like 6 7 times every day when I was in high school or like in my early 20s. But um as I keep using my, like, as I ejaculate and I keep using my sperm, I realized that your sexual desires go down as you keep using it. And because I've used it much faster than normal men, because I'm using it 7 times faster, it's actually like quite a lot of it is actually kind of gone. So I'm masturbating once a month, or like once every second month, but I would masturbate like 7 times when I do it once. So I would masturbate like 7 times, like it says here, and all my energy would go down. My sexual desire would be gone, but like I would have no energy in my body left, and like overall my body condition, like my nose will be runny, like I will be blowing my nose, like I'd be coughing, I'd be feeling cold but hot at the same time, like sweating cold sweat, like, excuse me, and sleepy, and my eyes really dry, and like like my joints would kind of hurt like a grandpa. Like I'm not like dissing grandpas, by the way. Yeah, all that kind of things would happen. So as time goes, like this is 2 arrows and this is 1 arrow, so um I I would still have less energy, and like I can't do anything like a normal person. Like when you look at this, you will say we all have no energy. Like we all fight it and we endure it. We go through it. No. Your no energy is this, okay? My no energy is at least 3 times, okay? If you haven't gone through this, like you will not understand. But I don't care if people swear at me. Like I really think somebody has to do this, and I will get into like like this like things unrelated to this. Like it's not like I'm gonna be a YouTuber, okay? I don't want any like monetization from this. I want none of that at all. This is 100% service. I am volunteering, okay? But yeah, so like we not like the time I will be able to do something will be inside here, and I'm making my video inside this area. And normal people would use all this time too, right? But I can't use half of this time. So like I said, the only solution is suicide, is death. But I will get into my personal, like I wasn't going to get into my personal talks, but like thinking about it, like who cares? I'll talk about it. What else do I need to say? Let me think. Oh yeah, I'll think about it and then see if I'll get into my personal other stuff.
I was circumcised at 18. At 18, after the circumcision, I felt nothing, no sensation at all. I knew something wasn't right, but I just thought if I waited, everything would go back to normal. So I waited. I was in denial for the longest time. One day, it hit me that this was not going to change. So I called the doctor up and told him how upset I was and didn't understand why I had no sensation or feeling left. It was nothing like it was before. He basically told me it was me and cut me off and said he has to go and not to call him again. After that, I got a receipt in the mail saying it's been paid for completely. I didn't pay for it at all. So what I think is they were scared I was going to take legal action, but I didn't know at the time I could or I would have. It was a very lonely time. People don't research it because they look up to doctors, and a lot of the doctors in America that's the first thing they suggest. They're well circumcised. And just because they don't have it and they were sexually mutilated does not give them the right to do it to other people. The foreskin is what has all the sexual nerves to orgasm. They have the most sensitive nerves. It's like once you cut that, it's basically, that's why circumcised guys have to force it so hard to get an orgasm and an erection. They have to basically need a lot of lube and have to stroke it so hard back and forth. They knew this when they were doing it back because they tried to prevent masturbation. It's basically the most sensitive part of the penis. 20 to 30,000 nerves in it. And without that, sex can never be the same. But most circumcised guys think what they have is normal, and it's completely not. And if you watch a circumcised guy intact, you could tell the difference in the facial expressions. That's all you have to look at, their facial expressions. I believe that it has a lot to do with why guys have so many issues too in this country, why they have to act so extreme, so butch or so feminine. They just don't. In Europe, they're just relaxed. They're comfortable with their bodies in Europe. The guys in America really aren't, because how can they be when the most important part of the penis was taken from them? Maybe they don't want to believe it, but psychologically, they have to know. So.
Um, some things I want to quickly let you know. I'm making this video because I'm Christian. I believe in Jesus, okay? If I wasn't, I would be neutral. I wouldn't care either way. Like, like I would save like the people I like or love, but I wouldn't care about the world. But because I'm Christian, I am obliged to spread love into the world, and I'm sure there are some people that needs this. Americans for representative, yeah, the Americans are representative example, okay? Like I know there are people from England, from the Philippines, from Thai that speaks English, Singapore people speak English, Indian people speak English. I know. Just the Americans, for example, okay? Um, the Americans know that circumcision is bad, but what they don't know is why some people say it's bad and some people say they have no problem at all. Like, so, and I found out the reason why some people think it's a problem and some people say it's not a problem at all, right? But if those people that think it's not a problem, they will get circumcised, but if they get circumcised like after the age of 7, and if those people who has no problem at all with circumcising and they get circumcised after the age of 7, like they're in like big trouble, right? So those people need saving. So I thought they need to know this, okay? And I didn't mention, but there are benefits of circumcision if it's done under 30 days old. Okay, it's really important that it's done under 30 days years old. Like, 30 days old. It's important that their circumcision is done under 30 days old to be safe. Um, the 7-year-old safe zone, like I'm not certain. I'm quite certain, but I can't guarantee. But 30 days, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, they lose people who are circumcised. Excuse me, under 30 days old, they lose sexual desire to around 1/10 compared to uncircumcised people. Okay, so that leads to don't need to masturbate. They don't need to masturbate because they lost their sexual desire. So which leads to they accumulate energy in in body. So they the sperm is like energy source, right? So they can accumulate it, which leads to them to makes them easier to study longer and like work out longer, like if they are an athlete or whatever, which leads them to easier to succeed. Okay, but I I still would never circumcise my kid. Okay, because like I have so many side effects. I'm really scared now. Okay, and so like just don't circumcise. Okay. Wait. Okay. I'm South Korean, therefore my English is my minor language. South Korean is my primary language, so please do understand that my English is understandable, but it's not as. But the explanation like wasn't as really perfect, was it? Like I'm sorry, okay? Sorry about my stuttering. Like I said earlier on, like in one of our datas, that guy that titled Circumcised at 18, you know how he stutters because he has problems with his penis, which lead to problems in his brain. Like I have problems in my brain, and my brain isn't able to give the speech signal fast enough than my mouth is speaking. So yeah, this caused me to stutter, okay? So please understand my stuttering. Sorry about the video editing is bad. I'm using a free program, and like I'm not a video editor, but like there was an event where I thought that this really needs to be on the internet for people to know as much as possible, so I'm doing this. And what's the point of, yeah, and I made this because like what's the point of speaking English if you don't use it? I might as well use it. um because the people that from a country that speaks only English needs to know this too. Okay. Um remember that there is still love left in this world. Um I'm not gonna lie. Like there's only like a tiny bit left, but and also I wouldn't love the world if I wasn't Christian, but like so my love is a Christian love, okay? Um stay safe. Just like I see it in conclusion, just don't circumcise at all. Like like I wouldn't circumcise my baby, okay? Um yeah, stay safe.